humans, I think, has always been my most favorite. Yes, I like to run them down in the cornfields. Yes.
Several companies hired celebrities and professional athletes to sign autographs and promote their titles.
Of course I played Tomb Raider. And like every other hot-blooded male, I was in love with Lara.
Well, it is definitely an honor to be with Mr. Jedi himself, Jake Lloyd, who plays Anakin Skywalker in the Episode 1 movie. How are you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. So what do you make of this entire event?
Pretty darn cool.
Now, in the movie you ride the racer, and in the game you're riding the racer as well. How would you compare the two experiences?
Well, in the film, my pod racer didn't move that much on the set, so I like this one a little bit better.
Hey, Adam, got any more questions?
E3 is also a place where you can meet some wonderful friends. If you're not doing anything after the show, how about you give me a buzz?
Diablo 2 is a role-playing game.
Deus Ex is a first-person perspective, real-time 3D role-playing game.
The Sims is basically a real-time strategy game that occurs in the home.
Vampire the Masquerade is a 3D third-person RPG.
Right, Asheron's Call is a massive multiplayer online RPG.
Team Fortress 2 is a social multiplayer action game.
The level of graphical quality in games is universally high right now. The game manufacturers are having to really up their game content.
I think in the RPG world, people won't tolerate a game that's all flash and no content. So I think when you see all these great RPGs coming out, they're really more content-driven than a lot of the trends that have come by in the past. So the RPG trend is also a content trend, which is great.
And what can PC gamers expect from developers in the coming years?
Online gaming is back.
I think the biggest trend we're seeing right now is one that started a couple of years ago, but is really picking up steam, which is the online multiplayer gaming.
Well, I think the number one trend that I've seen at this year's E3 in PC gaming is just really the emergence of online-only games. You just didn't have this variety in terms of genres and also this quality in terms of graphics and sort of sophistication in online-only games prior to this year's E3. So I think that it really is a hallmark of what's to come.
Online and multiplayer gaming is here to stay and has made its presence known at this year's E3. This year's crop of titles are sure to change the way we look at online gaming.
It's not about running around and killing a lot of people, it's about getting out there and having a lot of fun with your friends.
You have a whole different level of strategy and a whole different level of sort of, I don't know, glory. When you come to the aid of your team, when you come to the aid of your dying compatriot right when he's about to go down and you rescue him, I mean, that's something that you can't get in a single-player game and you can't get in an anonymous game where you're just basically everyone's an enemy.
Clearly, players want more from online and multiplayer gaming. But are companies going to give it to them? What is the future of online and multiplayer gaming?
It's really not games, it's online communities that we want to build.
I think persistence in characters is really important. Figuring out how to scale to larger and larger worlds is really important. It'd be really interesting with a huge number of servers around the internet to figure out how to have an economy that existed between the various servers. Those are some of the longer term research areas that Valve and some of the other action gaming companies are looking at.
Online and multiplayer gaming is definitely moving towards more cooperative and customizable play. And more than ever, game companies are making it easier for everyone to get online.
Perhaps its own battle cry, Sony plays Jammer Lammy loud and proud towards Sega's booth.
We believe that there's still a lot of life in the current PlayStation for years to come as well. But there are advancements in technology that we want to take advantage of every so often.
That advanced technology took shape in the form of the PlayStation 2, Sony's 128-bit game system due for launch in March 2000. Visitors had a chance to play a mock-up version of Gran Turismo. But between the three, the hype award has to go to the Nintendo booth. Besides the usual gaming stations and the massive Episode 1 games section, Nintendo also announced their plans for the next Nintendo game system. Nintendo, Sega, and Sony agree that games, not hardware, will dictate the winner of the console race. And Squaresoft did not disappoint the waiting crowd with the preview of the U.S. Final Fantasy VIII for the PlayStation. As ported from the Japanese game, Squaresoft displayed the new environments, elements, and the seamless movie transitions found in Final Fantasy VIII.
We've always felt from day one, even with the current PlayStation, that software is king. Everything is about software. Technology is important, but it's only a means to deliver the compelling entertainment that you see in software.
E3 this year, I believe, has been Sega's best show ever.
Sega's lineup revealed enough to make skeptics double take. The Dreamcast titles, NFL 2000 and NBA 2000, gave gamers a preview of the dramatic transformation that video games are about to undergo. In a press conference, the company announced its plans for the next generation Nintendo system, codenamed Dolphin. It's due at the end of the year 2000.
We're going to use DVD instead of the ROM cartridges, which brought applause to everybody that heard the news.
Thanks to that announcement, new titles and new technologies at this year's show, gamers can look forward to another great year of video gaming. Next year's E3 should not be missed.